Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Holiday Doc, and I'm joined here tonight by none other. That's your cue.
I'm taking it all in.
Oh,
I'm going to enjoy our first cast. I'm taking it in, yeah.
Okay.
My name is Tech Benson, and I'm so excited to be casting with Holiday Doc it's our first time ever casting together, isn't it?
It is our very first time. You know, we just got recently acquainted after you did a fantastic job at the EGL, and I was just absolutely blown away by the talent that the EU has. And I made sure that we got in contact and made sure everything was going to work out well. But we are here tonight to promote the new team Thrust, and Thrust is consisting of none other than Sensor, Clayster, Fears, Kilo, and Saints. And this is a bang-up roster. Like, these guys are national champions, and tonight we're showcasing them up against Obey. It's going to be fantastic, and the map to start is none other than Slums HardPoint.
Yeah, and I'm actually on board with Sensor first of all. He's just going to try and make his way towards the middle of the map. He is going to see one getting that jump shot. Questionable, is he using a Scuff? It looked that way to me, Scuff Nation, but unfortunately he did get taken down.
You know, a lot of people mention the Scuff. I can't say anything bad about the product. It is fantastic. And you know why I support them so much? Because they support our competitive community more than any other company out there. So you got to give them a big round of applause. They are, you know, bar none, the best supporter out there.
No, I completely agree that the support they have attending events, etc. It's actually mind-blowing, to be fair, so fair play to them. I myself use a Scuff, so I can't say Scuff Nation too much while we watch this, because I'm that guy that jumps around corners, etc. But still on board with Sensor. He's actually going to be making his way down to the next HardPoint, so smart play coming from Thrust, setting up very, very nicely, and you can see they have a player right at the back of the map, just playing the anchor role right now, making sure that Obey don't get any better spawns than they do.
So far, we got Sensor and Fears both working their way towards their infamous kill streaks, and you know, the VStat is crucial part of this game. I love how we've incorporated score streaks and stuff into the game, competitive element, and you know, how big of a role are these new rules as such playing in competitive these days?
It's different because it's something that we don't really ever usually see. The argument is always going to be there, isn't it, really? You know, oh, should we use them, shouldn't we use them? There's no skill involved, it's automatic kills, it's easy kills. But I guess part of the skill is adapting to it. And that's what I really like about Black Ops 2, is that people are being forced to adapt to these skill streaks. I saw a great clutch play, I think it was at UMG, where someone threw a hunter killer up and it was S&D. It was a 1-versus-1 situation and the bomb was down and someone threw the hunter killer, and it was that moment where it was sort of baiting the hunter killer out. And to me, as a watcher and a viewer of the game, it was the most fascinating thing, because you just didn't know what was going to happen.
That was Fear John, actually. Yeah,
was that John?
Yep.
That was fantastic. I remember watching, thinking, "Oh my God, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it?" And I think the hunter zone killed him after it, because it obviously goes beep 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 beep, and it did that a few times and then finally killed him. But it was absolutely fascinating. So I'm actually really pro score streaks, which to many Europeans is strange because they don't really like score streaks. They think it takes away the element of skill. But I'm pro score streak because I just like the adaptation you have to see these pro players do.
I couldn't agree more. You said it very elegantly. It just allows us to see who the real professionals are, because professional doesn't just mean you play competitive bare bones. It means being able to be the professional and adapt to your surroundings and change with the game that is changing around you. So I love the fact that we're seeing new implications into the game types we love. And HardPoint, you know, is one of those very dynamic game types and maps, especially on Slums here, because your anchor is your most crucial player on the board, in my opinion. What do you think about that?
I completely agree. It's all about spawns. I remember when I first started playing HardPoint, I was like, yeah, let's just get on the point. 4-man on the point, 4-man on the point. And
just pile in there. Just get in there. We'll get the points.
Exactly.
Lob the grenade. Game over. Thanks for coming out.
Exactly. And then you have to start thinking, like, whoa, what just happened there? We had 4 of us on the point. How are we dying?
Whoa. You mean you can't win by having 4 people on the point? No.
Exactly. It was like one of those epic moments where it came to me in a vision. And then we realized that it is all about the spawns, and I saw it casting the game at iSeries. It's just all about the spawns, the way that the European players were just controlling their spawns. Then I obviously got to see, you know, UMG, NCG, all the American tournaments that came out, and watching how these pro players are controlling the spawns. It's the most crucial role in HardPoint. If you have that one player that's doing a good amount of slaying work, but also holding the spawns. You can't ask for much more. And that's what we're seeing Thrust do really quite nicely in this game, and they've managed to develop quite a big lead. 5 minutes 46.
It looks like a big lead, I agree, but it's still doable to come back here in the last couple of hard points. 5 minutes left, that's a ton of time on the board. As long as, Obey's got to come back, and they got to get, Thrust Anchor out of that position. It's really killing all their momentum and pushes towards the hard point. They're just not able to do anything, because as soon as they die, they're on a 30-second runtime again, making their way all the way back, and Saints comes up absolutely huge there with a 4-piece with a beautiful timed score streak on that flyover. It was beautiful.
Yep, and he's going to be Trizzy throwing down the Hellstorm missile, and that actually took down Saints. HardPoint is currently contested right now, but Sensor is going to get that 200 points. It's contested once again, and he's going to be doing a bit of ring around the rosy work. He doesn't know where the Obey player was, but there was Crumpy who managed to shut him down. But look at the spawn that Sensor just got.
Exactly.
That's flat bang on the next one.
That's so crucial. But here, look at this. I don't know why this just happened. Saints is now forced over on the far opposite side of the spawn, even though their anchor was in full position. Now, beautiful play. He's able to come back, sneak behind the enemy lines there. He grabs 2, but unfortunately Crumpy is able to turn around and get that kill, and we see all 4 setting up on the hard point again, and this is that crucial point of how important your anchor player is, and how important it is for the opposite team to get in there and kill and at least deny the anchor as much as possible. It's crazy to see how much that is the vital part of this game.
Yep, like we said, it is all about trying to take the anchor off his point, but the lead is just slowly starting to get a little bit bigger.
It's going downhill for Obey. They're in a bit of trouble right now. They need to do something, change up their gameplay, try something new, start flanking, call out all the stops, change up their game style, do what they got to do, because 188 to 100, that's a huge deficit right now.
Yeah, and if you look at who's fragging right now for Thrust, you've got Sensor on a 3-kill streak, Fears on a 4-kill streak, Saints on a 1-kill streak. No one on Obey is on any sort of kill streak, so obviously when we start incorporating score streaks into this, it's not going to be doing them any favors. If any of these Thrust players, such as Fears and Sensor, can carry on their score streaks that they're actually on, they're going to be getting more score streaks to put in the air, those Hellstorm missiles, those Hunter Killers, so it's just going to get worse and worse for Obey. So it gets to the sort of point where you have to think, do I need to just sort of sit and try and get myself on a score streak? And that's what we're probably going to see one of these Obey players do. It's actually Breezy who started that, and that's very unfortunate. I'm not entirely sure what just killed Saints. I think it was the explosion of the car, but let's have a look.
So right at the top of the board here, though, I'm just going to point this out quick. We got Clayster trying to counter the current anchor right now. Breezy and him getting into a gunfight, going back and forth. Unique choice of weapons. He's got the B-23R burst fire handgun. He's not able to hold down. Breezy hops over the wall and able to take care of that. And they're finally able to get position on the spawns and the point on the board. The hard point is in favor of Obey right now, but still a 50-point lead is going to be very difficult for them to come back here. And a 2-piece opportunity, but Cray was just able to knock it out and solidifies that backside even harder.
Yeah, I've switched up. I'm on board with Obey now, and I'm actually on board with Crumpy, who did just get shut down, but he's got a very, very nice spawn thanks to the anchoring on that back fountain done by his teammate, and you're probably going to see him again. Actually, no, he's got a very bad spawn, spawning at the opposite side. That just shows how many Thrust players are going to be all at that hard point, and you can see now where Obey have spawned on that minimap. They are completely in no man's land, and this is looking very, very good for Thrust right now. 2 minutes 20 still to go, and they only need around about 35 points to go ahead and take this first map. As you can just see the kill feed, it's just so Thrust orientated.
100%, and this is a brand new team. We stated it before, Thrust is a new organization, and Keemstar is actually heading this group of people that's interested in getting involved in MLG, and I'm 100% for that, and he picked up probably some of the most important players in the free agent world right now. Sensor is a 2-time national champion. Fears just came off a 2nd place win at UMG. He won on Frag Cup. We've got Saints and we got Clayster backing these 2 guys up. This is an all-star lineup. My only concern is, are they going to be able to stick it together? Anytime you put a new team together on any aspect of this game, you got to be worried about roster changes. And I know it's huge over here in North America, but what are roster changes looking like in the EU side of things?
To be honest, right now, in some of the top teams, everything's looking pretty stable. I mean, Prophecy, they don't look like they're going to change anytime soon, which is really, really good for them because they are playing so very well. Ewin, they've actually picked up the old TCM Josh. So Josh, the EGL 8 winner under TCM, he's actually joined Ewin, and that is the old Apex lineup that actually won DreamHack. So that's one of the only real changes. TCM, as it stands right now, the old EGL 8 victors, they actually haven't solidified a roster yet, so we're not entirely sure what's going on with them. Right now, I would say they're going to be the top 3 teams in Europe, and everything seems to be settling down, which to me is a really good thing, because there's nothing more annoying than seeing lots and lots of roster changes. It makes me kind of annoyed. It's frustrating
for the fan base as well, because you can never stick with the team that you're going to cheer for an entire season, because 2-3 weeks in, or even after a victory, team changes occur. Just look at Complexity. You know, they came off a second place at UMG, and they didn't decide to stick with their roster, and instead they, ejected Fears, and Fears was up in the open market for a long time trying to figure out what team he was going to join. And I just want to clearly point out, we're almost out here, but look at the tides have turned. Thrust has lost their lead, 236 to 249, 250 in favor of Obey, and I did not see this coming at all. I can't believe it.
That was a very, very late turnaround, and it just seems like Thrust just lost complete control over the map. I mean, right now you can see in the kill cam, Trizzy in that anchor position behind that police car. You can either go there or behind the wall, but he's doing a great job holding those spawns, and that was the importance in that game.
That was a beautiful strafe.
It was, wasn't it? It really was. It was a very nice kill cam, but I actually think Thrust out-fragged them, I think.
It does look the way that they did get more kills on the board, but it looks like they just, lost control of position.